There we go. Much smoother music transition than before when I was doing this by myself. Welcome to another episode of Your Worst Neighbors podcast. Here with your co-host, Jorge Sanchez, that is me, and PX Floro.
Yay! I'm still here, guys.
Oh, there you go.
Why would you do that?
I should give you a round of applause because you had quite a night tonight.
I did.
Yeah. So let's tell the people what happened today.
Oh my God. So today I was doing absolutely nothing, cleaning my house,
Ouch.
which I felt
that
very...
hurts my feelings.
Well, I wasn't doing anything.
What do you mean? We had plans today.
Oh, I mean, we did the podcast, but then before the podcast, before my day actually started, I wasn't doing anything other than cleaning my house. Does it still smell like cat piss in my house?
You always ask me that, and I would say no, but then I realize I don't know how cat piss really smells like.
Okay.
So you might have to give me a tutorial.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it doesn't smell like animals in here, then I'm doing a good job. That's all that matters.
Like how much different is human pee with a cat pee?
It smells like ammonia.
That's a good. No, wait. Ammonia. That's a strong smell, right?
Yeah.
I've not smelled ammonia.
Yeah, well, that's what they used to wake people up when they're passed out.
Cat
Usually.
piss?
No, ammonia. I want to say ammonia. Ammonia.
Ammonia sticks?
Yeah. Those sticks that they break and they're like, smell it. And they're like, whoa. You know what I mean? I want to say, I don't know. But I feel like that's what they used to. Yeah, see right there. Ammonia sticks, right?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can never fall asleep at my house because it smells like cat piss sometimes. But that's what happens when you fucking cat gives birth and shit.
You're telling me that if your neighbor, let's say I'm your neighbor,
Which you are.
which I am, I pass out.
Yeah. I'll just have my cat piss in your face.
You would bring cat piss to my face to wake me up.
I'll bring the litter box. He's fine, guys. I bring the litter box.
That's pretty
over.
hilarious. And like the paramedics show up, but then you're like, no, guys, I got it.
Yeah.
Just throw some cat piss on his face.
He's awake now. He's
Yeah,
awake.
yeah.
There's
Yeah,
all this
yeah.
litter all over your face.
Yeah, but then I'm actually dead.
So that wasn't ammonia I was smelling.
Yeah. The ammonia's not working.
Yeah.
He's still dead.
Jorge's dead.
Yeah. What killed him? The cat piss. You could have saved him.
He was
but
already like that.
You could have saved him, but somebody had to
I
throw cat
found him
piss
like
on
that.
him.
I found him like that.
Anyway, so you spend the day home.
Yeah.
And
then
we had plans.
And then we had plans for the podcast and everything
Yeah.
was all set. We were going to do 2 episodes. And then I get a message from the manager at the San Jose Improv. Shout out to David Williams.
David Williams.
Yep. And then he was like...
Should I do the round of applause thing for him?
Yeah, you should do that. Right?
There we go.
For you.
That's for you, David Williams.
Yeah.
Please book us again. Book PX again.
Book Jorge.
Please respond to my emails. I did send him a message. He has not responded.
Oh, okay.
He left
Well,
me
he
on
was
read.
on vacation. So.
Yeah. Well, to be honestly, I did ask for a big ask. So
Oh, it was a big ask.
I want to produce like a local show there at the Improv.
Yeah, dude.
And that's a big ask. So
Yeah.
Williams, I get it.
Yeah, and you have to be on this. You have to go through some shit to get to the fucking.
What? Like
Well, because I mean, like you have to go
Like the
through
Olympics?
several levels of people, I guess, to be able to produce there. I don't know. I don't produce there
I'm
anymore.
not trying to be
I don't
mean.
never have.
I'm
I
not
produced
trying-
once there.
I'm not trying to be mean, but I've seen who produced there in the past.
I
And-
produced there once.
Yeah. Oh,
One show.
Yeah.
One show. I produced there one
But
show.
he knows
once.
me. He knows my
Yeah, he knows
my
who you are.
background. He knows what I can do.
But imagine how many comics are hitting him up.
That's true.
Throughout.
That's true.
The day. I'm assuming, but he hit me up and was like, "Hey, I don't know if it said someone dropped out, but he was like, "Hey, need someone to open for Michael Ian Black." And this is how I spawned. What time did he be there?
By the way, you told me that Michael Ian Black. I don't know who this is. I don't recognize. Let's see.
When you see him, you'll know who he is.
Oh, him.
Yeah,
I thought he was an actor.
he is an actor.
He also does comedy.
He also does stand-up comedy, but I want to say he started maybe doing stand-up. But that's the crazy part is
What came first?
the apple. I mean, the apple. I was going to say the chicken or the egg. His career. I don't know. He was on MTV doing stuff.
Yeah, this guy's like all over pop culture shows, I want to say.
Yeah, he's 52 years old and he looks amazing. He looks fucking amazing. I didn't think he was 52 and he says it during set and I was like, I didn't know you were 52. You look great. He's like, I know.
Wow.
I was like, all right.
What if he told you it was like, oh yeah, it's the cat piss. It makes me look young.
I'd be like, more cat piss.
I got some more at home. You want some?
I got more cat piss. It makes the skin look fresh.
All right, and so it's awesome. He hits you up, fill in a role to open up. Host or open? Host.
Well, I did the host, and it was just me and him. So there's only 2 acts.
Gotcha. It was a one night only at the San Jose Improv.
Yeah.
Calls you
On a
up,
Thursday
ring, PX, get over here.
It wasn't even a ring. It was a message through Instagram.
What's the
And
message?
then I was like, it was like,
Brr, brr.
yeah, it was like,
That's the vibrations.
Hey, oh, it was, yeah. I thought that you farted.
I did. The second was the fart.
And he just messaged me saying like, hey, I think he said someone dropped out. Can you open? And I was like, I even said, what time do you need me there? That's exactly what I said. And he said 8:00. And then that's when I hit you up. And I was like, man, I don't know if I can do it. You're like, can we at least do the early episode? And I was like, fuck yeah, we can do the early episode.
Yeah.
And then
which
from
we
then
had
on, I
our
was
guest, Daniel Castillo, which I think was great that they
was
decided
fun.
that to do the 5:00 slot.
Yeah, no,
It worked out.
Good.
But I got to say,
I could tell Jorge was upset.
I was not upset, but I was nervous that you were upset at me.
Why was I upset with you?
Like maybe I was making you late.
Oh, no.
Like-
Is that why you were saying that during the episode? You're like,
Yeah.
is everything cool? Is everything... No, everything was fine.
I mean, I'm sure the episode's already been released, but when you hear me go, hey, like, you want to talk about, because it looked like you were distracted, but I can only imagine it's because you're thinking of the improv show right after.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Right.
I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure I have enough time. And I was like, as soon
Right.
as we wrapped it up, like, I wasn't like...
Did you
worried
make it
about-
on time?
Yeah, I made it on time. Exactly at
because,
7:30.
Because I'm mindful.
Shut the
I
fuck
think
up.
about those things.
Yeah, okay.
I timed it.
Yeah, no, I knew you were timed it. That's why I wasn't worried.
You would think I'll put you in a position to like make you get there late. I wouldn't
No,
do that to you.
no.
I would not sabotage another comedian's, career
I think that's
like
a
that.
lie.
No, but seriously, I was concerned of like, it's pretty clear that you're. I mean, there's two things. Either you're mad at me for something I said or did, or you're just nervous about
What?
the
Because
show
did I snap
tonight.
or something? Like, what was it that where you were like, you saw my demeanor change or
No,
something?
it was pretty clear that you were a hard time like staying like within the pocket.
focused within the podcast. Yeah, I was just kind
you
of
were
like-
looking at your watch, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, which I understand.
I was engaged.
I get it. No, you were, but it was just a different vibe. It was just different. It was
Yeah, I
but
had stuff on my mind,
but,
obviously.
But I could imagine it was probably the improv stuff.
Yeah, it was just on my mind.
But keep in mind, I'm insecure.
Yeah, I know.
And I keep
Your sister said that.
and I also what's the word I'm looking at? It's like for me, like there's a word for it where like the instant something goes bad, I think it's my fault.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what the word that
I don't know
is.
what that word is, but
But-
like you feel bad. Like,
Yeah.
and you automatically assume it's you,
Yeah,
but it's not. No, it's
so
fine.
I just want to say that those were happening in my head. Like,
Yeah.
oh, is she mad at me? Or oh, it's the improv. Oh, like look at the time, make sure she's not late.
Yeah.
But you made it after
I know.
the podcast.
Yeah, I was just like thinking about like stuff. I was like, shit, should I even? I was in a shower and then I didn't even shower. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking put my hair up and just do the grind, go.
Yeah.
And that's what like. And then once I was like on the road, and then once I got there right at 7:30, like I was good. Like
Good.
But I was getting like anxious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like nervous.
Well, what's the last time you performed at the improv?
I just the open mic. Oh well, no, I lied. There was a gig that I did. It was a day gig. It was like 5
Hold
o'clock
on.
in the afternoon.
When's the last time you opened up for like a big headliner?
I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer.
Who was the headliner?
The last big headliner opened for was either Lachlan Patterson from America's Got our Last Comic Standing, or it was Godfrey.
Godfrey. Holy
Yeah.
shit, that's fucking awesome.
I opened up for Godfrey.
Godfrey's dope.
Yeah.
Godfrey.
Yeah, that guy is like fucking heavy hitter. Like I have pictures with him and everything, so
Yeah.
it's dope. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I opened up for him.
So you've been here before, right?
Yeah, it's my sanctuary, you know, but like so much has
It's your
changed.
sanctuary.
Oh yeah. The San Jose Improv is like hands down one of my sanctuaries. Like that's like if I could go there religiously, I do. And I did for at one point, but then once I started producing, like I couldn't go there as much.
Why not? What do you mean you couldn't?
I couldn't because it's like I was booked at other shows or like the
okay.
days that they had their open mic, like it's like once a month. So I just couldn't make it because it just
Gotcha.
happens to fall on other days or whatever. But I don't go there as much as I would like to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I love that place. Like I know that's
it's
my
a good
home
spot.
base. Yeah, that's my home base. If anyone ever says like I'm from San Jose,
Yeah. My Michael Ian Black seems like he's a dope dude. He seems tall. Is he tall?
he's taller than me.
Is he taller than me?
I don't know how tall are
See,
you.
that's the thing. I'm surprised sometimes. Like people look much taller on TV than they do in person.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I
wonder-
mean, he looks like his height.
I mean, look
in
at that.
person.
He's right next. Like I'm put up a picture.
I know
next to
him.
Bobcat. This is Bobcat Goldthwait. He's taller than him.
Yeah, I know him. I was on the show. That's so cool.
What show?
I mean, I was on the show tonight with him, Michael Ian Black.
But let's see. I recognize him. Was he in a sitcom?
I thought he was on the show Queer as Folk, but I'm mistaken.
Oh yeah, you're telling the Mandela effect.
Yeah, like I know I'm not tripping, but
All right,
apparently,
You know what? Let's look it up.
look it up. He doesn't show up on there.
So Michael Ian, and you're
I looked at
adamant that.
that.
he was on a show called Queer as Folk.
Yeah,
What kind of show is this?
it's a gay show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that one show with
How
the
have
lesbians.
I have not heard of this?
I don't know. It's a long time ago. It was like 2000s.
Okay, and look at his IMDb.
It's not on there. That's why.
So he wasn't on the show. Maybe you're confusing him with somebody else.
but maybe it's the Nelson Mandela effect. That's what I'm talking about. But
oh wait, I know. Hold on. What's that sitcom? Because I thought he was in a sitcom, but maybe I'm confusing him with the same actor you're confusing him with.
okay, what's the actor?
Because there's gay people in the sitcom. It was in the 90s. Will and Grace.
No,
Will?
that's not him.
And
He wasn't on that show either.
he was not on the show?
No, that's not him. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Eric McCormick.
No, that's not him. I remember seeing his name, but like I said, maybe
They
it's
look similar though. Look at that.
No, they look nothing alike. Eric McCormick and Michael Ian Black
Queer.
look nothing alike.
They do.
No, Eric McCormick was not on Queer as Folk. I know that for a fact. But I watched the whole season and I watched every episode and I was so into it. And that's why I was like, what the hell? What is he not? He's never been on that show? So now I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Dude, he's on shows I've seen. I don't remember him being on it.
He was on the VH1 I Love the 80s. He was like a regular on there. And my brother said that when my brother didn't even know Queer as Folk was a show. He heard of it, but he didn't know. And he said that I would watch I Love the 80s and he was on there every single time. And you know how they say where they're from, like what show? It would say Queer as Folk.
Now, do you think he was a regular on Queer as Folk or was it just for one episode?
He was a regular. No, he was a regular. Like I remember seeing him in there. He was in a relationship.
It's a written series.
Yeah, I remember he was on there and he was in a relationship.
Which one? There's like a couple of them.
Yeah, it's the one from the 2000s. That one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that was the one.
Oh, wait.
I remember seeing him.
You think it's this guy?
No, I know it's not that guy. But maybe I'm doing something to my brain where
I'm looking at the cast of Queer as Folk.
he's not on there.
Hal Sparks? Maybe
He's not on
confusing
there.
him?
No.
Was he like a main
I was like,
character?
maybe I'm mistaking him from the first one. Go up, right there. Maybe Gail Harold, but I know that's not who I was mistaking. I remember seeing his name specifically.
That looks like him, kind of.
I know, but I remember seeing his name specifically, Michael Ian Black. That's why it's like tripping. But obviously he wasn't on that show.
We're gonna send this episode to him and
Don't do
be
that.
like, hey, can you confirm?
He's gonna be like, cancel culture. This bitch, your worst neighbors.
What do you mean cancel culture? You can't cancel us. We can cancel him. Because the power,
doesn't even know we
the power
exist.
dynamics is different.
He doesn't even know we exist. But
Maybe it's in the other one. Let's see.
no, he's not. He's not on anywhere on there. But I know I'm not fucking. So if anyone's listening, like, and anyone ever watch a show Queer as Folk, like, please email.
Yeah.
Send us something because
Yeah.
I don't want to live my life losing my mind.
How many
thinking-
episodes does Queer as Folk have?
I don't know. It should say there how many seasons. I know it's at least a few seasons.
Let's see.
Yeah. So there's 83 episodes.
Oh, it's a big show.
So there's 5 seasons. Yeah.
And these are hour long?
Yeah, about. And I remember watching it. It's like so much drama filled, and I love the show. And maybe I think Gail Harold is Michael Ian Black, but I just remember seeing his name, specifically his name, that name, Michael Ian Black. And what was even more weird is I didn't say anything to my brother, and my brother was like, "Yeah, wasn't he on Queer as Folk?" And I was like, "How the fuck did he know that?" And I didn't say anything to Michael Ian Black because I had to do my research.
You know those things they show you, like so many people in Hollywood look similar? Have you seen those things?
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
have.
the case here because I'm looking at them and even the actors in Queer as Folk.
They can look like him.
They look the same.
I don't know. I'm losing my mind though. But anyways,
I don't know. They look the same to me.
yeah, they look like they can be like. He looks like he could look like Michael Ian Black.
There's like
right? But-
no diversity in this gay show.
Well,
You know
I
what
mean,
gay show I really liked watching on HBO?
What?
Have you heard of a show called Looking?
No,
It's actually really good. I really enjoyed
it's a
it.
gay show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's a weird way of putting it. The characters are mostly gay characters, which was a bit of a controversy because there was half the cast were gay, half the cast were straight men acting as gay.
Oh,
Yeah. But it was a good show overall.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't
Like,
know.
let them do whatever it is they want to do. You know what I mean? People want to act gay.
Things only get attention like that if it's a success.
Well, just like they said, like there was a
this
movie.
one right here. I'm pulling it up on IMDb. Looking, it's pretty good.
Yeah, there was a movie too that someone said that they wanted someone trans to play the part, and they didn't get someone that was trans to play the part. They got someone to play a trans part. Like I've heard
Yeah.
stuff like that. Which I mean, to me, that makes sense to get someone who's trans playing the part. But
Yeah.
apparently, they didn't pick someone. I forget what movie it was, but
Yeah, when
there
it
was
comes to like
controversy on
arts
stuff
and
like
shit,
that.
like it's always like so much gray. Because ideally, you want the best for everyone. Yes, you want.
you want people to enjoy it.
But then at the same time, there's some cases where it's like obviously like if this is like an Asian or Mexican part, obviously you want to get an Asian American.
Well, you see, look how many people
You know?
lost their shit over Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Oh, that's the opposite of what we're talking. But yes,
But that's like an example. Like people were tripping that they used someone that was black. I'm like, who fucking cares?
yeah.
And then same thing with Catching Fire when that movie first came out. Like a lot of
Catching
people who
Fire?
read the book, yeah, Catching Fire.
Isn't that what's the with Katniss? With Katniss?
Yeah, that one. And then I've seen the movies, and I remember they were like complaining. Hunger Games. And I remember they were complaining that there was a
fake
character
fire?
in there. No, there was a character in there that was supposed to be, I guess, black. They played her black when she was supposed to be different. Like, but I've never read the book. I didn't care. It didn't matter to me.
I think the majority of people don't give a shit.
Unless
People
they're
don't give a
like
shit.
diehard fans or something. I mean, does color matter? Like, does the people's skin? I feel like that shouldn't matter. Like to play the
Hold
part.
on. But this is why I'm saying it's a bit nuanced. It's a bit gray.
Yeah, that's where-
because in some way representation does matter. But it really depends. It really depends. But like I said, the most things that attract this kind of attention is usually successful things.
Yeah.
Like if you have a horrible movie with like bad casting, nobody gives a shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Like we can't watch Pocahontas the same anymore.
why not? It's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's a cartoon, but like a lot of people are like saying like that's not really what happened. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't really watch that shit. Like it's all fucking crazy. Like
It's not. I think. I don't feel
do you
it's
think
crazy.
the natives watch Pocahontas?
I don't think they give a shit. I think they want to. They have.
They want the true story to come out.
Right now. I'll say this. There should be an effort for, and efforts have been done for people of different backgrounds to have an opportunity to tell their stories.
Right.
So like but at the same time, it's like can't really change the past now.
No, and
There's no point in changing it. It's better to look the present how it is now and work on future projects.
Right.
So, but that's my take. I'm very, I'm not. I don't.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
If they make it better, like make it better, And if it bombs,
And to be
doesn't
honest,
sell,
if you
then
want a
guess what?
Pocahontas movie that's real, it'll be a depressing story because her story is actually very depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she was like a teenager, not even a teenager.
Yeah,
she
and
was,
leave it to Disney to be like, look at what we did. We're gonna sexualize her
Yeah.
and make it seem like she liked it.
And she did. I believe she lived a horrible life, if I recall the
She was
history
like in
correct.
captivity.
But practically, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Fuck
but
John Smith.
But anyway, for me, like I said, it's in the middle. It really depends, especially when it comes to art shit, So, but that being said, that's awesome. Michael Ian Black performed. You said it was a good crowd.
Yeah, they were there for him. You know what I mean?
How many minutes did you do?
20.
Wow, it's practically a headlining set yourself.
Yeah,
it's a
really
feature
good.
set.
I mean, it's a feature. It was a host
Yeah.
feature, and I was happy with my set. I'm always like worried of like bombing and shit, but I didn't bomb, thank God.
Well, here's the question that all the listeners want to know.
What do they want to know?
Did you shout out the podcast?
No, I did not shut up the podcast.
What the fuck? Why? The listeners are demanding an answer.
I told Michael Ian Black though that we were doing a podcast.
You should have invited him to come over after
Oh my God!
to be a guest. And then we would have put up. Are you on Queer as Folk?
Then he'd have been like, "Fuck you guys, get out of my hotel room."
We're like, we're in Peaks's house. Take some cat piss home.
Maybe we can like drug him with the cat piss and then keep him captivity.
All right, calm down. Jesus Christ. He's a good looking guy, right?
Yeah, he's a good looking guy. He was a good guy. He was friendly. So like, I always appreciate being able to work with like
Yeah.
big headliners like
Smash
that.
or pass.
What?
Smash or pass by Queen Black.
No.
Not even for the
pass.
clouds? Not even for the clouds?
Pass. He's married.
No, this is obviously not real. This is hypothetical. Not
Yeah.
married. Smash or pass?
No, he's married. So
He's a good-looking
pass.
guy.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
I would smash him, and I'm straight.
Yeah, but I mean, now that I know he's
Just for
married,
the
you
clout.
can't unmarry him. So it's like, I don't like his name, Michael.
You don't like the name Michael?
Yeah, I hate the
Mike?
name Michael. I hate
Mikey
the name
Mike?
Mike. I hate the name Michael.
Magic Mike?
Yep, that's the angel name, Michael. I don't like it.
You don't
But
like angel named Michael?
That's why when I talk
Michelangelo.
about him, I say Michael Ian Black. I say his whole name because I don't like the name Michael.
Where's this coming from? I feel this is coming from somewhere else.
It's from my third ex-husband. That's where it's coming
Your
from.
third ex-husband was Michael.
Is
Michael Ian Asian?
no. Nice try. But yeah, so now every time I meet someone, I'm like, I really don't like your name.
Yeah.
No
Damn.
offense. I know you were given it, but I kind of don't like your name. Like, no offense again.
Wow.
So I would never date another Michael. I know that sounds sad.
How about a Mike?
Nope, not a Mike either. Because he used to go by both Michael and Mike. And he used to call me Paula all the time. Because my name's Paula Severa, and so whenever people call me Paula, I'm like, don't do that. Like it's traumatizing now because every time I hear someone call me that, I think of him, and I'm like, oh, it's just triggering.
Yeah.
Yeah, people from high school can call me Paula because
Can I call you?
no, don't. I'll fucking stab you. You're not gonna make it to work tomorrow.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't stab me.
yeah. I'm not gonna stab you. I'm just kidding. Your worst neighbor. But yeah,
All right. Well, let's see.
I want to know about the email.
Yes.
That's what I've been. And then we got to call my parents because my parents are waiting for us to call them.
Gotcha. Oh, are they up late?
Yeah, they're not
it-
up late, but they're up.
Is it past their bedtime? Let's do that
No.
then.
You wanna do
Let's
that? Let's
All
go. Okay, let's call my parents.
While I'm setting this up, I'm plugging this in and look on your Bluetooth and look for BTA2.
Bluetooth. Okay.
BTA. Hold on, not yet.
It's not on yet. BT.
There you go. Look for it. Did it connect? Actually, I think it connected to mine.
Yeah, I think it connected to you because it's not available.
Give me a quick second here. Or can I call him?
Yeah, you can
Oh
call.
no, there you go. Okay, look for it now.
Okay.
BTA2.
I see SFC8.
Press scan. So basically, we're gonna
Which one of these? I don't see.
we're gonna test out a. No, it's none of those. You press scan.
Yeah. Oh, here. Let me scan again.
There we go.
Oh, there I see it. BTA2.
All right, let me turn it down a bit. So we're gonna try a new segment today. I guess we're gonna call it Neighborhood Crime Watch. Neighborhood Watch.
Your worst neighbor. Your worst neighbor. Neighborhood watch. Your
Neighborhood
worst
Watch
neighborhood
with PX's parents.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, so tell people like about the story, how we thought about this idea.
So I was my parents were talking about the podcast. I was like, "Oh, I'm doing a podcast tonight, later today," and they're like, "You know what you need to talk about? You need to talk about the crime that's happening in the neighborhood." And I was like,
Yeah.
"What crime?" And I said we had to call my parents because it's better for them to explain it.
Gotcha. And we won't take too much of their time. It's pretty
Yeah,
late already.
they're old.
But you know what? These are important crimes that people should know that's happening in their neighborhoods. Okay.
Yep.
And go ahead, give them a call.
Okay, let's see.
And
They better answer. I told her too. I was like, "You better answer the phone, Mom. You don't want to be like Jorge's sister. Send it to
don't
voice."
call me. No, that was Schmidt. Oh, but she didn't call me back.
Yeah, she called you back though. She called you back.
What's your mom's name?
Betchy?
Betchy.
Yeah, Betchy. Mom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Betchy.
hey, Mom.
Betchy,
Mom?
can you hear us?
Yes.
Betchy, you are on
The podcast.
You're live on the podcast right now.
Your worst neighbor. Is Dad there too?
Oh,
Put it
I
on-
thought the podcast is done.
No,
It's over. This is the last
we're
episode.
calling, but is Dad there too? Is it on speaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have listeners right now, Betchy, and they want to know that what are some possible crimes that are happening in the neighborhood?
yeah, because this is the segment, Your Worst Neighborhood Watch.
Oh, I know. You should do crime.
Yeah, so tell
Like,
us,
you know,
what crimes
yeah,
have
like
you
the-
came across?
like the dog missing. Like
every day.
every day the dog.
I mean, but is that a
missing, somebody-
crime?
Hold on. So every day there's a dog missing. Is it a different dog every time, or is it the
different
same
dog.
dog going missing?
No, different dogs.
Different area.
Black cat missing. I found a cat.
Oh, that's wait. So
anyone? Shit. That's every day.
But do you ever see them found? Do they report them found? Do they report them?
No, because we don't comment.
Oh yeah. They reported too. They report found.
But I mean, those aren't
really.
really like big crimes, like animals.
no, hold
I
on.
know.
Hold on.
Oh,
Go ahead.
somebody in the ring, they can see a guy, looking at their window, and then he stole the shoes outside and left his shoes.
So this is where they're getting their crime watch from. They're getting it from the Ring
Yeah.
camera.
Hold on,
The ring camera.
Betchy. Let me get this correct. There's a guy out there looking through people's windows, stealing their shoes. Is he also stealing people's pets?
Maybe.
No,
Is there any?
outside, because they're not inside. It's just the outside. I don't know, but I think the person inside the house can see it.
Or
that
they see it
he's
through the Ring
watching,
camera.
peeking. Yeah, peeking, and then one guy left a hamburger, a half piece of hamburger.
You know what?
Eat in.
You know what,
Took
Betchy?
another
That is a crime. Nobody should leave a hamburger.
Are you sure?
Behind.
I know.
Did it look
Yeah,
like
and so
Jorge?
Was it me?
And
Was
the
it me,
donor-
Betchy?
And the owner is gonna have it tested because there's a DNA on the hamburger.
What? What a waste of money
Hold on.
and time.
So somebody left a hamburger at somebody's house, and the owner is going to have it tested for DNA.
Yeah, because he stole their shoes.
oh
This is
my!
another guy.
Oh my God! Maybe this guy is me because I eat hamburgers and I steal shoes too at the same time.
I doubt it. How about, Dad, any other crimes that you wanted to report that you see on the Ring?
Yeah, a lot of times they have like missing cat, missing dog. Sometimes they would ask, "Anybody hear that? Big boom."
Yeah.
And
I
then
got
then
that.
let me know, whatever you find, and then one would respond, "I heard it too."
and that's it. It's just so. I mean,
Yeah.
can we verify that it's more probably a backfire instead of a gunshot?
Oh no. This many things, different times, many things, different, different.
Crimes.
But I think
I guess-
same person.
No, this
Is it? I think so.
Different people.
One,
Well,
like sometimes there'll be a question like, "Oh, there's a helicopter hovering around my area.
Do you know what's happening?
Do you know what's happening?" Like that.
What's happening?
Oh, there's a lot of cup on the corner. Do
And
you
then-
know what happened?
oh, that's and then people don't respond, or do they did they say what happens?
I think they do respond, but I don't read it. I don't have time for
Yeah,
that.
well, it was funny because when my mom said that she was getting like a ridiculous amount of notification, she was like, "I couldn't make the notification stop," and then she
Oh, is this
narrowed
through an
down.
app? Is this
yeah,
through an
it's
app?
through the Ring
Okay.
app, and so when she narrowed down like the area, so she wasn't getting as many notifications.
So she was getting notifications from the entire city, practically.
yeah, of San Jose,
Of San Jose.
all these different dogs missing,
Yeah,
cats
no,
missing.
I think more than that because I received your dad received
Around this
500.
area.
500,
and- yeah, and I received
You guys are practically spammed.
2,157.
2,000.
Wow.
That is the
2,157. This is every night, every day, maybe 3 times. Sorry. Oh, did you see the guy watching the mailbox? Our mailbox, like it's just a story. Our mailbox is in one place. It's not really in front of my house, but it's in another house. But I heard that there's 2 black guys that's roaming around and in a Honda.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
Jeez,
And this
if
is
you
on the
see
Ring
those-
camera, and did they have video? Are they showing video and pictures?
I think they're just gossiping. I don't
Do
know.
you guys have a ring?
Yeah, I have a Ring at home.
Okay.
I am not married. I don't have a ring.
Log into the account.
Yeah, extend it.
And
Extend it.
And
Yeah.
expand it.
Yeah.
I have seen those. I've also used it as well. I've posted on the Ring when I was looking for my cat, and then my cat was just under my house. The cat was
So-
just under my house. That's all.
So let me understand because I do not have a ring system.
I recommend it. I think it's kind of
So
cool.
the ring, there's a network in the ring, like a social media network,
Yes.
with
Yeah.
other
There's
ring
like-
owners
there's
in
like
your neighborhood.
there's like group
Yeah.
chats
Wow.
going on. So people start reporting stuff like,
Yeah.
oh, someone was snooping around my neighborhood. And you
Yeah.
can see people like
Yeah.
walking through and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm waiting to catch something creepy on camera, but I haven't so far. Except a spider. It was just really close to the camera.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye
Just
out
like
for
a
these cat burglars.
these neighborhood watch, your worst neighborhood watch. My parents, they're like ignoring 2,500 notifications. There's a fire in the neighborhood. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not important.
When you receive these messages, do they tell you like which neighborhood it's being affected?
Yeah, it'll tell you the location, but
Not
they
the
don't tell
exact
you the
location,
house,
but the
actual-
area.
Yeah, the exact. Yeah, the location, the
Like
area.
the
but
street.
I don't have time for that. If you see a dog was missing, I found a dog. A cat is missing. I found a cat. You know
What
I mean?
about what about the streets? Doesn't it tell you which streets they're on? The cross streets?
No.
Near,
So it's-
near a corner.
Oh, so they will
Yeah.
say it in the thing.
Gotcha.
Okay, for
Yeah.
example, like neighbor. Okay, scooter theft.
Scooter.
Whatever.
Scooter
Uh,
theft. You know those
Scooter theft.
Looking in car windows.
Yeah.
And they have
Wow.
a map.
Yeah.
They have a map. And then
You can
Just
kind of
the
get a
area.
general
Yeah.
area.
general
Yeah.
area.
All right.
Wow, thank you so much for letting the listeners know to keep an eye out for
Your worst
You
neighbor's
should do
crime.
that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so keep in mind there's a guy eating hamburgers, looking through people's windows and
Stealing
Yeah.
cats and dogs.
stealing cats and dogs. So
Yeah.
Or
Now-
maybe you're the one be reporting.
Maybe don't report anybody. Don't report anybody.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about like posting something on that ring messages.
I think we should get. I should update my ring and call it the Your Worst Neighbor's ring. Let's see.
Yeah,
we
the
can watch
worst
a video.
neighbor.
I have a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
video
nice
of Jorge
one, yeah.
and Sam when they're coming to my door.
yeah.
So I have compilations of that. But they're just picking. They're just picking their nose. That's all.
She has no missing pets here.
Yeah. They're all here.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Before
All right.
before
Love you, Mom. Love
before
you,
we
Dad.
let you go, any last words for our listeners?
Huh?
Before we let you go, do you have any last words for our listeners tonight?
Well, just have a ring, buy a ring, and so you can, listen to what the gossip is around.
If you don't have any drama in your life.
Somebody, I heard a gunshot. Did you hear that? That's what they're asking you. Did you hear that gunshot?
So why would anyone want to get the
They would
ring?
say police activities.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is like already in Redwood City because I think
Redwood
I-
City.
So this could be the entire
Yeah,
Bay
yeah,
Area.
like
And
the
th-
whole
there could be
thing.
notifications coming.
So that's why you're getting 2,000 notifications, Mom, because it's like
yeah,
the whole.
2000.
whole-
So I found out. I said, "Oh my God, I can make it smaller." So I only did 5 miles. away
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the
So,
house. Now it's stopped.
oh,
It's
okay.
stopped.
That would make sense.
Well, that's good. That means that there's no crime in your neighborhood.
No.
At least
No
not
crime,
within
no.
5 miles.
Except a dog or
Yeah.
cat missing.
Oh yeah. No, I still didn't.
Oh,
get
not even that?
Not even that.
Okay.
No, once in a while you get it.
Yeah, you get it once in a. I think it's the.
Well, screenshot it for me and send it to me when you get one, so I can keep the listeners updated on your worst neighbor's neighborhood watch, crime watch.
Oh, did they hang up?
Oh no, I guess okay. They got disconnected.
They got what do we think?
I don't know. Maybe they accidentally hung up.
Oh.
Just
Well, tell them thank you so much.
yeah, that was funny.
And apologies for the disconnect. Wasn't me, was it?
No,
I
it
did
wasn't. I wasn't even touching my phone. You saw that, right?
Yeah. Do you have a dead zone here?
No, I don't.
Gotcha.
It's a ghost pushing my phone.
The ghost of the pets.
I don't know, but I recently saw a scary movie and it was so good.
Well, before we go forward, shout out to PH's parents. Thank you so much for being on
we
the podcast.
didn't get to say thank you, but I told them. I messaged them. Thank you for
Gotcha.
doing
They're like
it.
so rude. They just abruptly just hung up on them. No, that was great. Thank you so much, Betsy and your dad. What's your dad's name?
Dolph.
Dolph.
Yeah. For Rodolfo.
Yeah, that's cute that they still like talk on speakers together.
Yeah, no, dude, I talked to them earlier today for like 45 minutes. And then I was telling my mom, what did I tell her? I said, you're going to be on the podcast later on. She's like, how long am I going to be on the podcast? And I said, maybe 5 minutes. She's, oh my gosh, that's such a long time. And I said, Mom, we've been on the phone for 45 minutes. Like 5 minutes is nothing compared to 45 minutes. But
No, but there
I
you
love
go.
my parents.
That's our new segment.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can do it again once a month.
Yeah,
just check in,
just to check in,
see
make
what's the
sure-
latest crime
Yeah.
happening out there in
Your
the neighborhood.
worst neighborhood watch.
And and yeah, that was great. Thank
featuring
you so
my
much.
parents,
No, it's very cute. They're very cute.
Mr. and Mrs. Floro. Yeah.
How often do you get called in to help them with something technical like that? Like, oh, this app is not working. You
Oh,
know?
all the time.
All the time.
All the time. So a couple Christmases ago, I bought my dad like one of the app garage openers.
Yeah.
And then finally it crapped out. And then they were like, how do we get a new one? And I'm like, you're going to have to buy a new one. That's the one thing I don't like about buying stuff like with technology.
Yeah.
Like after a couple of years, it's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you like they don't make that anymore. So you have to buy a new one.
They don't last as long anymore.
Yeah, and so my parents bought another garage opener thing, and I loved it because they could be out of town, and I'd be like, "Hey, I need to get in the garage," and they would just use the app to open the garage. Yeah.
Do you feel
technology.
like you do that to your kids yet?
What?
Where your kids are having to help you with something technical?
Oh yeah, 100%, all the time, all the time. I'm like, can you help me figure this out? I can't fucking figure it out.
Yeah, on
and
your
sometimes, no, not necessarily on my phone, but like something like trying to open something that like doesn't make sense. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you open this?
Oh.
Or like I don't know anything. My kid schooled me on something. She's like, this is how you're supposed to do it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea that you're supposed to do this. They're fucking smart. My kids are fucking smart, dude.
No? You have
I can't
smart
wait for
kids?
them to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Away.
Yeah, no, drive me places, drive themselves, like drive themselves places.
They're just going to end up driving you crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, they already do that. That doesn't cost any gas. Yeah,
Yeah. No, they're sweet kids. You have a sweet family, sweet parents, sweet
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah. No, thank you. I love them. They're pretty cool. Yeah, they like you, Jorge.
Do they?
Yeah, they're always like, Jorge. And then it was funny that one time. So this one time we did a podcast episode. And before we did the podcast, my parents were like here hanging out.
Yeah.
My dad was working on a shed in the back. And so before we started the podcast, Jorge and Sam were like, yeah, we'll help you. And then they left. And then my dad comes out and he's like, they said they were going to help me, but then they left. And I was like, do you still need help? He's like, no, I did it by myself. I was like, oh. And then Jorge comes back.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, he's like, hey, does your dad still know? I was like, no, he did it.
I came back though.
You did come back.
I
And
came
he
back.
even said, he's like, no, I did it already.
Oh, that's good.
So that was funny.
That's good.
Yeah, he'll never forget
Talking about your
that.
family, I briefly mentioned on the previous episode, but I think I want to take this moment to give a shout out because I told him I was going to do a shout
Yeah.
out
Oh.
to your cousin who opened up a cafe
Oh,
shop.
yay.
Is it Ground Stack?
Yeah, Ground Stack Coffee
In Stockton. So today I went to go work in Stockton, and on the way home, I told you I was like, I'm going to pass by your cousin's
Yeah,
place.
you took pictures. It was
Yeah,
cute.
and
Yeah.
it's a nice spot. So people, if you're in the Stockton area, check out Ground Stack. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And
Do you remember what drink you got?
no, so he got something off the menu because I asked him.
Oh, a
what's,
secret menu.
yeah, I asked him what's the most popular drink here.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he got really excited. So I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you know what? Let me make do you like chocolate? I was like, yeah, I like chocolate. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me make something that's off the menu. So I was like, fuck yeah.
A secret menu item.
So he said that it's just not on the menu yet.
Yeah.
So, and it was bomb. Shout out to him. I tipped him very well.
Aw, thank you.
Yes, I made sure he saw. You know,
Jorge's that person where he's like,
Yeah.
not dropping it in until you look.
Yeah.
Well, and if I don't know if you noticed, or I don't know if you learned it yet, but every coffee that they have there is named after the streets in Stockton.
oh, is that right?
Yeah. So Hammond Lane, I think is one, and eight Mile is
Wow.
one.
So it's like very like the pride of Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton. And I
Was he
thought it
born
was
and
so
raised
cute.
there?
No, but they were pretty much raised out there. Like that's where he bought his house and stuff like that. Like that's where they were established.
He looks so young.
He is young. I think I want to say he's about your age. How old are you?
33.
Yeah, I want to say he's about around the same age.
And he already runs a business. He already owns a
Yeah.
house. Fuck me.
Yeah, what are you doing,
God,
man?
what am
are
I
you
doing?
You
What?
see my family? This
Oh
is how my
God.
family gets down.
I'm stuck here
I
with
can't
PX
say the same
doing a
about my brother.
podcast.
I can't say the same about my brother, but my family gets down
Your
like
brother's
that.
a cool guy. I like
yeah,
your
but he
brother.
still lives at home. He doesn't own a house, or
So what?
yeah. Well, he does.
I'm getting
he
defensive.
is.
I'm getting defensive for your brother.
I know.
'Cause I'm in the same scenario.
He is
kinda.
an entrepreneur,
So,
though. He does.
Yeah, there you go.
He does have his own business.
But you know
so.
what? Your cousin's he's a sweet guy. He's a good guy.
I love Mark. Yeah,
But
Mark Brion.
But I do see something similar that what he did that what you do.
What?
He has apologized for things he shouldn't be apologizing for.
Oh, don't you do the same thing?
Yeah, but just the mannerisms were
I was
similar.
like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was he apologizing for?
No, what was it? It was something that was just nothing worth apologizing for. It was just because he's like, because I see this because you have your shows and you open mics there, and I saw the flyer
poster.
and And, and I saw the list and I'm just like, oh yeah, you got the comedy. And he goes, oh, are you a comedian? I'm like, yeah, we met before because we met briefly here. Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, then he looked at me. He's like, oh, really? Like were you, did you perform here? I'm like, no, we met at
my house.
At PX's house.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
And then once you realize like, oh, like he doesn't remember me. He goes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh, don't, you have to apologize. So this is very briefly.
Well, and he meets so many people.
Right.
Like he's gone to my shows.
Yeah.
Like I want to say he's probably the one that's been to the most of my shows.
Really? He's very supportive. Well,
he's very supportive.
I can tell he's very supportive of the arts.
Yeah, he is. And on top of that, like I've been there so many times, and like it's just kind of showing my appreciation to even allow me to do comedy there. He doesn't have to, so I go visit there frequently.
Well, he talked very highly of it because there was people in front of me that were asking about it, and he talked very highly of your show.
Wait, people in front of you were asking about the comedy?
Yeah, because there's a big flyer right next to the cashier.
Yeah.
So they're
but
like,
when I
oh.
go, no one asks. That's why. That's why I was like,
well, you're not working behind the counter. So
I mean, I know, but I go there and I hang out for hours. Like, and I don't hear. It's rare, but once in a while. But yeah, that's cool that you heard it.
I heard it, and he was speaking really highly of it for people to go check it out. So it's very
awesome.
supportive.
Yeah.
So shout out to Groundstack Coffee.
Yeah, go check them out.
Check them out, and hey, be our sponsor.
Yeah.
Be our first sponsor.
Well, I mean, like I said, we gotta go do a live podcast out there.
Pay us in coffee.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, done.
Oh, that's right. We should do a live podcast.
A live podcast.
Yeah.
That'd be dope because we did Foxtail.
So you said December?
December.
Yeah. Come up with the day with your cousin and let's do it. So I get the day off because you said it's on a Monday.
It'd be first Monday of it, whatever month you want. So
I don't need to get paid.
Yeah, no, neither do I. We just drink coffee. So yeah, it'll be dope.
So if you enjoyed us live in downtown San Jose, get ready because we'll be in
Stockton.
Is it downtown?
It's near downtown Stockton.
Downtown.
It's right across the street from UOP.
What's that?
The University of Pacific over there.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a college. It's a university out there.
A lot of Filipinos out there?
There is a big Filipino community out there.
You know why?
There's a pretty big Asian community.
I noticed a lot of Filipinos because there's a big Hawaiian restaurant nearby. I'm like, Hawaiian restaurants are not that big in the Bay Area.
They're not that big in the Bay Area?
No, because this Hawaiian restaurant that I saw was like Denny's size. Like, big Denny's.
Oh, like a big Hawaiian restaurant. That's what you meant by big Hawaiian restaurant. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was thinking when you said big Hawaiian restaurant.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's for sure.
You look at the Hawaiian restaurant, they're all small.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're smaller than the average.
Yeah. It just looks like a regular fast food.
It looked like a diner that was just Hawaiian food.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
was it on the same strip?
Yeah, it was on the same strip.
The same plaza?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. So
that place is dope. Like I love the workers there. So shout out to Sam and Aaliyah and Trixie, my niece Trixie. They're dope staff. Yeah, tell them I said hi if you come there.
All right. Well, let's move on. But before we do that, let's do some plugs.
Wait, I want to do the email.
The email's the last thing we'll do.
Oh, that's the last thing. Oh, okay. Plugs.
Right, hold on. Let me double check. I want to make sure that I got the right.
Push the right music.
There we go. All right. PX Flora, what you plugging on?
All right. Every first Sunday, I have Foxtail Comedy. And then every first Monday, we have Groundstack Comedy. And then every Sunday and Monday, Comedy Night at both of those places. So be sure to come check it out. Don't say come. And then I am going to be in Lodi performing with Jimmy Maniz. I believe DJ Sandu is going to be over there. So be sure to check that show out if you're in the Lodi area. I look forward to seeing you there. And then I got a couple of more here. I have you're not going to want to miss this Sunday's Foxtail show next month because we have a double show. We have the first Sunday that month, and then actually the third Sunday we're celebrating Veterans Day, so it's a really cool show. We're gonna have the Veterans Day show at the beautiful Foxtail, so you're not gonna want to miss this because there's gonna be a special guest at this Veterans, and all the comics are vets as well, except me. I'm a vet baby, a veteran's baby, so I'm the exception to the rule. But that's a good show that I definitely recommend people checking out coming up in November.
Awesome.
Oh, and pxcomedy.org. Sorry.
pxcomedy.org. All right, follow me on social media. Look for Jorge M. Sanchez Comedy in San Jose. My profile will pop up. I'm probably the only Jorge around here that does
sandwiches.
Comedy. Yeah. And also follow Your Worst Neighbors podcast on all major platforms. And follow us on social media. Please. email us at yourworstneighborspodcast@gmail.com for any questions, concerns, or, if you want to be part of the action, please contact us, which is exactly what our next segment is.
Yay.
So we got fan email. We finally got an email.
I've been asking, remember? Every episode I'm like, do we have any emails? And I was so excited when he told me this morning, and he wouldn't tell me who it's from. He wouldn't tell me any information.
No. You hated it, huh?
Yeah, I did. I hated it because I remember on the last episode I was trying to talk about it too, and you were like, "No, next episode." I'm like,
What do you mean?
Damn it.
Oh,
It was before we did that.
no, because I wanted this. Just us. I wanted just us to revel.
Just us.
And I noticed that you don't like when I keep things away from you.
No, I don't like it. I'm like, what the fuck, Jorge? I need to know. But I think they like my what's the word? The impression that I.
Well, obviously you're the straight man in this relationship, so it's important for you to react authentically.
Yeah,
At
I feel
least
like you guys like it.
I like it. I do like it.
No, it's funny. It's very original, organic.
All right, we got an email, and we got her permission.
Yay!
So,
she put it in the headline right there.
Right. So a couple of episodes, we mentioned that somebody, what I'm trying to say.
She even named the episode.
Yeah.
She said episode 35.
So on this 35, you mentioned that, what's his name? Schmitty. What's his name?
Yeah.
Schmitty ran into a fan outside an open mic.
Oh, that's who it is.
That's who it is. So she listens to this podcast. She revealed herself, and turns out that I also met her on Twitter Spaces. When remember that time I told you that's
Twitter Spaces.
where I hang out with Faco sometimes.
Yeah. On Twitter, yeah.
So she's
now,
she's no
right?
stranger to this podcast. She's no stranger to us.
Hi, Jessie.
And her name
I can't wait
is
to meet you.
Jessie Cruz. So here's her email. I'm pulling it up. I'm going to read it out loud for the
Yes,
listeners.
please read it.
So and I'm excited because this is the first official fan email we got, and we want to get more. We want to share more.
Yeah.
Tell us your stories. Tell your relationship stories. Anything.
Yeah,
Just
neighbor stuff.
give
we
us
like
content.
hearing neighbor stuff.
Give us
too.
content to talk about.
Yeah, thank you, Jessie, for being an awesome neighbor.
Yeah, thank you, Jessie, for contacting us. And she has a question for you that she wants to ask.
Oh, wait, and are you sure there's no other emails?
Nope, this is the only one as far as I know.
I'm excited. We've been doing this for a year.
It only took a year.
Thank you, Jessie, for listening to episode 35.
But that shows you that when you start a project, it's good to be consistent, and you'll be surprised how down the line,
People follow.
people follow.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of did JMS podcasts. That was an inspiration to kind of do my podcast.
Shut up. Don't say
You've been
that.
a big inspiration
Shut
to a lot
the
of people.
fuck
Okay.
You're getting me mad. Stop complimenting me. It's
You're
awful.
like, stop it. Shut up. Jorge has a big ass grin on his face.
So PX.
Read the email.
PX, you are an inspiration.
No, shut up. Read the
See,
email.
see
You
what
started
I
the
mean?
podcast first.
It doesn't feel good, does it?
You
when
started
they
the
compliment
podcast
you.
first. What did
All
I do?
right, here we go.
That you're not doing?
Been very patient and kind with me. That's what you've been doing.
Yeah, you've been
Here we
patient.
go.
Okay, go.
Here we go. So this is an email from Jessie Cruz. It goes, "Hey guys, so on episode 35, you guys were talking about me!" Exclamation mark. Yes, I am that. She said that, Jessie Cruz. I am that, Jessie Cruz. I am not a comic yet. But I have done 3 open mics.
Yes, Jessie.
2 open mics back in 2021. Sorry.
Okay.
21.
Pre-pandemic or during the pandemic?
Yeah. No, this is during pandemic.
During pandemic, sorry.
In 2021.
Yeah.
And 1 recent one. Part of the one with Schmitty, where she saw me.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
And would love to continue. Yeah, keep it up. Keep doing it.
Come to Foxtail, Jesse.
Go to Fox now.
Please.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
I was in school when I did those 2 open mics and had to pause comedy to finish school. Now I am done with school. I would love to continue the stand-up road.
I love her.
I've done improvisation before, like improv. I'm assuming. Yeah, improv. That's where I met Faco.
Oh, she knows Faco.
You know what? Faco never
Name
told us he did
drop.
improv.
Name drop.
I think Faco's been keeping secrets.
Ooh, he's a double agent.
Now that people know that Faco is not just a stand-up, he's an improv guy, we're going to have to, I don't know.
Keep an eye on him.
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Can't trust him.
It's kind of hard when he doesn't social media.
If people don't know, there is a shark versus jet kind of relationship between the stand-ups and the improv people.
I don't know. I like them.
Gangs.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're all right. They're
Yeah.
all right.
Well, I mean, that's kind of people do spoken word and stuff like that. There's also
spoken word people are different.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's we're all different. We're all
Spoken
different.
word people don't really have a sense of humor. Anyway, all right, moving on.
Those are fighting words. Stop saying that. You're gonna get us canceled.
Am I lying though? All right. Continue with the email.
Okay.
I love stand up and support all comedians, but mostly I support women. WOC, what's that stand
Yeah,
for?
women of color.
Oh, is that what that meant?
Yeah.
Women of color, because there isn't a lot. Very true.
Yeah,
I mean, there
yeah.
is, but we need more females out there. Very true. I would love to be part of the movement. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a movement? What's happening?
Yeah.
Is there,
Yeah, there's a movement of women.
especially as a woman of color?
Yeah.
I'm assuming Latina,
Ooh, Jessie
Latinx.
Cruz, is she? Yeah, Latina, maybe Filipina. Well, let's see.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in person yet.
Yeah. I hope she's following. Now I gotta go look at see Jessie Cruz.
So on this paragraph, yes, keep doing stand up, Jesse. Would love to see you at an open mic soon.
Yeah. Wow. She has feedback in every one of us.
Yeah, she does.
Oh shit.
So the first,
I can't wait.
First feedback is on Sam. Sam.
Okay.
It was me who chatted with you on that Thursday open mic.
All right, Jesse. Yeah.
Jorge, same gal. She called me a gal.
No, she's saying same gal.
Oh,
Like,
she's the same gal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on your best behavior, which was a little disappointing.
On your best behavior.
Because remember I told you that once I find out that there was a fan on Twitter
Yeah.
Spaces,
Yeah.
I changed. I put on my best behavior.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And you were on your best behavior, which was disappointing.
Yeah, because I went from roasting Falco and talking
And being
stupid
nice.
shit to like being nice and professional.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
me, right?
Well, I got to get on this Twitter feed here to see exactly what's going on now.
Also, don't interrupt PX!
Oh my
Exclamation
gosh,
mark.
yeah, that's the ongoing joke.
Lol, I think it's a Mexican male thing because my dad does that too.
Okay, so she's Latina.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, Jesse.
And you know what? It's not that Mexican guy that I interrupt people. Be the way, I'm an equal opportunist interrupter. By the way, I interrupt both men and women.
That's true. He does.
And I think it's because I'm a middle child. Because I'm used to like trying to get the attention.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are the middle child. I can't tell. I always felt like you were the older child.
No, I'm just taller than my sister. My sister's the oldest. Everybody loves her.
Yeah, I love your. Yeah, I
And
love your
my brother's the youngest. He's a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle. And like people forget about the middle child, so I constantly interrupt.
Because they forget about the middle child.
They forget to feed
I mean,
me
everyone's
sometimes.
seen Home Alone, right?
All right, PX.
Kevin!
PX,
Yeah.
you're awesome. Obviously, she likes you more than me and
I
Schmitty.
like her. She's single. Just kidding.
Any advice on stand up? I still need to come out to
Wow.
Foxtel and bomb.
Oh my god.
Foxtel is the best place to bomb because it's very supportive there.
Oh my gosh, Jesse, what any advice I can give on stand up? The best advice I can give is just don't give up. Honestly, don't. If you have a passion for it, if you have a love for it, just a hint of it, the fact that you're coming back to
Let me
it.
interrupt you right there real fast. No, I'm just
Shut up. See what I mean? Fucking cock block. Never fails. Never fails. You know what? I think people who like to drink, if they're drinking at this time or listening to this episode, please take a shot every time Jorge interrupts me.
That should be your worst neighbors podcast game.
Yeah, drunk game.
Like drink every time like Jorge interrupts. Drink
yeah.
every time PX,
yeah. If
zones out, looks on her phone.
When Jorge's like, "Are you mad at me? Is everything okay?"
or drink every time Schmitty fucks up on the soundboard.
On the soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be your
right,
worst neighbor. We'll make a board game out
Hold
of
on, let me finish the email and then we'll go back to your advice.
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Well, unless there's something.
See, here you go, interrupting again. Yeah,
I just want to keep the flow
Yeah,
going.
let's finish it. Yeah, go ahead, finish the email.
My favorite episode is when Jorge is lit.
Oh, when you're stoned? Which one? There's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
I have a hunch she's talking about the one with Jericho. Where I
Oh,
was
when we
too
couldn't
high.
even start?
We couldn't even
Yeah.
start because I was too high. That was your fault. And the other episode when it was only Sam and PX.
Oh.
See, people love it when I'm not on the show. You guys really let loose.
Well, it was a crazy episode. It was just like we didn't give a fuck. But we still talked about you. You never listened to it.
And this episode 2, which you referenced, episode 35.
Yeah.
I love listening to you guys and always make me laugh out loud. Oh, that's good. We make
that's
people
good.
laugh out loud. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Thanks for the shout out because we did it on the last episode.
Yeah.
Hope to see you guys on
The battlefield.
battle. Well, that sounds a little threatening. What do you mean by that?
Well, we're all soldiers, is what she means.
You're a fan, Jessie Cruz.
Oh, I love it. I love her.
So Yeah, advice.
Just don't give up. And I'm going to give her the same advice that Joe Coy, who's one of my favorite comedians, gave me when I was a couple of years in. And he said, just don't give up, keep writing, and don't give up. That's it. That's pretty much what he told me. And then at that point when I had met him, he's like, I've been doing this for 19 years.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, so I only got 17 more years to go. And now I've been doing it for 11 years. I'm like, I'm just kidding. There's no clock. There's no clock. I don't think anyone should clock themselves and be like, this is where I need to be. Because if you're not, you're going to disappoint yourself. Mm-hmm. And in this industry, this art, I feel like it's either going to make you or break you. Like, you're going to either love it or you're going to hate it and not want to ever do it again. But I want this to be something that people love and enjoy. Like, don't do it if you hate it. Do it because you love it, you know?
Yeah.
And you like making people laugh.
Yeah. And just to add on top of that, don't forget.
She wasn't asking you for advice. Just kidding.
Well, she's going to fucking get it, whether she likes it or not. Okay?
And I'm going to interrupt you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So, on top of that, yes. All what PX says, very true. But also, when you come into this, and this is something I really wish I could, especially, you know, there's a new batch of generation comics right now, is don't let comedy change you in a bad way.
Yeah, but some of them don't even realize it's changing them in a bad way. That's the thing.
Well, here's why. Because in comedy, you're going to deal with a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Politics, but also just shitty people, you know?
Yeah.
No, that's too strong of a word. That's not what I meant. You're just going to come up with like...
The comedy scene is going to ban Jorge.
I know. Am I lying though?
Tread careful. All right. He's not.
So, okay.
But how about this?
Especially as a woman, you're going to deal with a lot of bullshit. You got to take it on a
positive note, but you got to take it on a positive. Instead of swaying it that way, sway it this way.
Yeah.
And make it like surround your people with good people.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Positive people.
Surround yourself with...
Like me.
Questionable, but yes. Yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is don't forget to have joy. Surround yourself with good people, even in comedy. Because I think a lot of people forget on the road to comedy, there's a lot of bitterness because they forget that you're supposed to have fun with this. Yes.
You're supposed to bomb.
You're supposed to bomb. You're supposed to do great. You're supposed to do so many things.
Yeah, but don't let it break you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Don't let you break you because trust me.
Don't take things personal. Do not take anything personal in the comedy scene.
In comedy, you could be the best person in the world and people will still look forward to your breakdown. So, but what I'm trying to say
That's how Jorge feels about me.
I feel like that too. I feel, you know, because I think what me and PX have in common, I feel, if I could be honest.
Well, we've been together for a year now, so I'm sure.
Is that I think, at least I know you do and I do, we try to be the best people we can be.
Of course.
We have challenges. You know, some inside, some
I've reached
outside.
out to you a couple of times and you have reached out to me a couple of times on our personal feedback on how should we proceed or what are your thoughts on this. And I'm going to be honest with you, some feedback that you've given me, some comedy, some personal. I actually took the advice. So you're a good friend. So that's why in the comedy scene, like surround your people or don't. Some people don't like to be surrounded around other comics. Like they just go there, do their shit and they bounce out, you know? But if you do take that step into the comedy, know that there are genuine people that like want you to succeed, and they're like Jorge said, there's going to be people that are going to want you see you fail too. But I'm going to be the one that says I want to see you succeed, Jesse Cruz.
Yeah, I hope you can
listen
do
to that name out in the streets, guys.
And I'm giving you advice that Nina G gave me advice. Well, she didn't give it to me. She gave it to note, especially as a woman into comedy.
Oh,
like you said, there's not many women in comedy.
Yep.
There's not women of color.
Yep.
And because there's not as many women, there's a lot of guys that are going to come after you.
Oh yeah. They see fresh meat.
They see fresh. Well, that's
100%. When I have a clip, I have a clip saved.
Yeah.
I have a clip saved on my phone.
Yeah.
On one of the Roast the Hosts at Pete Munoz's, when he used to do the open mic at Woodham's. There's a clip that I have of Atu. He said, I remember when PX first going into the comedy scene and everyone was like, who's PX? Who's PX? And I remember that. Like, I remember in the beginning when I would first go into the scene, people would be like, PX, okay. And guys would literally be like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I'm married. And as soon as they hear my set, they're like, oh.
I don't know about
people
that,
didn't wanna
but-
fuck with
but-
me. No one wanted to fuck with me, but that was fine.
That's
I'm
not
okay
true.
with that. That's fine. It's okay.
But what I'm trying to say is there's
don't be surprised. There's
don't be
predators
surprised
out there.
But the best advice I heard from Nina G, who's been a guest on this podcast.
Oh, yeah, see, I interrupted
She
you.
gave this advice to another female comic, and it was hilarious, and I think it's very true.
Was I here?
You were not here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I said this advice before on the podcast, but her advice was for female comics is don't fuck a comedian less funnier than you.
Oh yeah, I have heard you say that.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
And I feel like it's solid advice.
Yeah. Don't fuck a comedian.
Less funnier than you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, PX is really thinking about that one.
I'm not gonna say anything.
By the way,
didn't say anything.
so shout out to Nina G. And by the way, it's just funny how she's asking for honest comedy advice, and we're like giving her this
Like over too much. She's like,
We're
I'm turning off the
oversharing.
episode.
She's like, you know what? I do not want to do comedy
She's
no
like,
more.
that my name isn't Jesse Cruz.
No. But all that being said, it's a lot of fun. Come do it. Make friends with us.
Yeah,
And
I already love her. So, I mean, in not a creepy way, unless you like creepy Jesse. But yeah, please come out to Foxtail. And yeah, I would love to meet you in person. That's so cool. I wonder how she found out about the episode of the podcast.
good question. We should ask her.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she'll respond to this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
But
And now I'm curious also. I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, what mic was this?
yeah,
I
she
want to
said.
shout out to this mic. Yeah.
because she said she went to two open mics
Yeah.
in 2021. So you know what?
The
That's
Thursday. It was a Thursday open mic.
is that what she
It
said?
was me who chatted with you on that Thursday open mic.
No, I think
So I wonder where he was
I think that one's the Melanie Calabrese one, Mel Michelle one, Gypsy Soul. No, not
Oh,
Gypsy
really?
Soul. No, not Gypsies. It's something Gypsy, right?
Yeah, my Gypsy Soul. So you're saying it was her mic?
I think that's
Oh.
that's the only Thursday mic
well,
I know.
they'll answer. Sam and well, not Sam because he couldn't remember shit, but Melanie.
Melanie, yeah.
Yeah, because we tried to ask Sam all this stuff, and he was, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think he knows anything at this point. But we miss you, Sam. We love you.
Anyway, thank you so much, Jesse Cruz. And
Thanks for sharing your favorite episode.
for other listeners, contact us once again.
Yeah.
Email us at yourworstneighborspodcast@gmail.com.
gmail.com.
And that being said, fucking A.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks.
pretty good. I think
Thanks,
we're-
Jorge, for being the best neighbor.
No, you're the best neighbor.
No, you're the best neighbor.
You're the best neighbor.
Now you're being the worst neighbor arguing with
Before we head out, any last subjects you want to talk about? Anything you want to bring
me.
up?
No, I think we pretty much nailed everything. Don't say nailed. Halloween's coming up. Shout out to Halloween.
No, this is going to be released after Halloween.
Oh, God damn it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
We never came up with a Halloween episode.
It was
and I
supposed-
love Halloween.
It was supposed to be the
ones.
last episode with.
But we didn't even talk about Halloween.
Oh, we did.
No.
Well, once Halloween
Did we
happens, we'll talk about
haunted?
it.
Yeah.
Do
that'll
you,
be
do, you,
good.
do you have any Halloween plans? It's in the,
yeah,
it's
I
the
want to
middle
go
of the
trick or
week,
treating.
huh?
Yeah, I want to go. I like taking my kids trick or treating.
Is it on a Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's on a Tuesday. On a
Are
Tuesday.
you gonna have them trick or treat in this neighborhood?
I don't know. I mean, I want them to go around this neighborhood, but I usually like going
I'll
to
join
like
you guys.
Palo Alto.
If it's this neighbor, I'll join you.
No, I usually like trying to take them to the Palo Alto area. But there was another neighborhood, like Menlo Park, I think is where I wanted to take them. Because that neighborhood
You
looks
know
fucking
what? I just
baller.
realized I'll be out of town.
Where are you going to be at?
I think I'm gonna be in Reno for Halloween.
Oh, it's going to be lit over there.
I just thought about that.
Yeah. Are you going to bring a costume? Are you going to go
My
to your
work, my uniform, my work uniform.
Oh,
My job uniform.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion. You should come as a person that's mentally stable.
That's too hard of a costume.
No, it's easy. No one's going to know.
Then what's the point of wearing it if nobody?
I'm sorry. Maybe it was supposed to be unstable.
Oh, it's on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. That's what I said.
I might come back actually. I might come back on that day.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaving on 30th.
I want to go trick or treating. I want to go to the baller ass
31st.
houses. I want to see all the cool decorations. That's when you know you're getting old. Like, I don't even care.
I have no plans. Can I tag along?
Yeah, you can tag along. We're not doing shit unless they're like, oh,
I don't have a
we're gonna go to
costume yet,
America.
though.
Oh, maybe we might go to Great America. Do you have a season pass?
No, do you?
Yeah, I do. I do.
What do they do there for Halloween?
They have like maybe the haunted mazes or whatever shit. I don't know. I'm gonna find out from my kids. But yeah, you can tag along, man. Yeah, check out Your Worst
The
Neighbors.
way you
We should
said
record
it,
some
son,
episodes.
such no enthusiasm. What's the word I'm looking for?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. The way you said it, I'm not joining you guys.
Why?
I heard it in your tone of voice.
Oh my God, shut up, Jorge. I said we are going to be going to Menlo Park, so you can just do the walk.
Oh, you get that
I
wealthy,
want the rich candy.
That rich candy.
Yeah, because I took him to Palo Alto.
that
once.
Toblerone chocolate.
Dude, they give like full bars.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like full packaging of crap. Like Pockies, like a full thing of Pockies. You're like, what the fuck?
But the thing I would hate that it's all gated.
No, it's not. When I went in Palo Alto, it was so dope because we started like on one side of the street and
Yeah.
then like there was nobody. Like it was just me and my kids the whole time. Like we probably went like 2 miles where it was just us. And then once we crossed the street, fucking hella kids. It was on University Avenue, right there on University.
Oh, it's probably college kids.
No, they were all kids, but they were on
Okay.
the other side. I think they haven't gotten to the other side because it's like you have to cross the street and it's a busy street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everyone was on one side, but then once we got to the busy side, I was like, fuck, I wish we were back on the other side.
You know, it'd be funny if I tag along. You know what my costume's gonna be?
Someone mentally unstable.
No,
What?
I'll be like Frankenstein, but instead of different body parts, I'll be different. I'll be different husbands. Different ex-husbands used to have.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, get all stitched up, like stitch it around your head
Yeah,
right here, like
yeah.
stitches, and then fucking stitches on your arm.
Call me Michael Jorge.
That's disgusting.
Alrighty. On that note, thank you for listening to your Worst Neighbors podcast. Thank you for listening in. Have a great week, and we'll come back to your ears pretty soon.
I love you, listeners.